Hello, everybody. We are live, hailing frequencies open and all that. Hey there. And I'm joined today with Sponge, aka Doobie, the wonderful El Grupo Mark, our resident temporary Hispanic, Munster Deacon,
Hello.
the always in demand Trenchy.
Hey.
Trenchy is so cool. All he's got to do is lay back and say, hey. And believe it or not, with that simple, hey, we've gone up to 2 viewers.
Oh, Jesus.
You are the bay. You bring the viewers.
See, we went from 0 as soon as I said Trenchy. Boom, people pop on.
Oh, yeah.
That's the FBI keeping tabs on him again. They're like, they mentioned his name again.
Who is this Trenchy? Why is he everywhere? And why does everyone say he makes them wet, even though it's not raining?
Don't forget you're on it, right, guys? Trench is on.
So today we are doing the second-hand movie, Voyage to the Planet of the Prehistoric Women, which not everybody knows, but it'll be obvious after I tell you. It's actually a Russian film originally.
The cheese
So
choose the difference. Cracker Barrel, cheese wisely.
That's right.
Fucking Cracker Barrel.
It is cheesy, so Cracker Barrel would be a good sponsor. But the cool thing is this Roger Corman had his hands in this one, and they took this from a movie called Planeta Burr, which was made in the Soviet Union. And that loosely translates to Planet of Storms. So that's a little fun fact about Planeta Burr.
Now I've just got the Fantastic Four stuck in my head. So we're watching a movie about fantastic women, and you got Sue Storm.
Mm-hmm.
What type of movie is this?
Dude, if it's help us walking around like half naked, I'm in. Like.
Yeah, oh yeah, and that's just funny. The original movie had no women in it at all, and it was a personal request by Roger Corman from the director that he filmed some separate scenes with women, and his big excuse was that AIP would not AIP would not buy it. If there were no women.
They've never heard of sex appeal, have they?
So they went and they filmed some extra shots and stapled it together, and then this movie was born.
We have a Cara and a Trashed in the chat. They will say hello, and Cara says,
Hey,
"Guapo, Mark."
If she only knew the story, but if she only knew the joke behind the story behind that joke, she did it.
My headphones come undone. Give me a second.
So we'll start the movie in a little bit. I just wanted to do sort of the pre-movie opening discussion about it. Has any of you seen this movie before?
When I was very, very young, so for me, it's going to be pretty much a brand new experience again.
I've never seen it, so it's gonna be a new experience for me.
Wow.
Yeah,
No, I just heard prehistoric women, and I'm like dinosaurs and chicks in bikinis. I'm in. Like, let's do it.
Trishy's like naked women and dinosaurs. That's my kind of show.
Spongy, have you heard of it?
Dude, I haven't. But like I seen the poster for it, and that was me. I was stoked. I was all in.
You do know what this means, right? That means Ethel has actually done the impossible. She not only lived up to the challenge of finding something that we haven't seen before, but also found one that we could all watch.
by the way, Marty and Kara haven't seen it either, so no one has seen this thing.
Ethel,
Oh.
you did the
Dun,
impossible.
dun.
You did the impossible, and we challenged you to find a movie that none of us had seen before, and I think you've accomplished it.
Well, I'm sure there's more because it's an endless source of movies out there, and I found it. And let me tell you, I got my list, my 50 movie list of just the ones I know are really good. Well, good.
Mm.
Yeah, Dras says, ladies wearing little and massive reptiles. Is this Florida?
Ah!
Yep. Well known fact.
It's the redneck the redneck Rio of the SSR there.
Wait. So you're saying that Tammy and the T-Rex is just a documentary about Florida? Is that what we're getting at?
Florida, Russia. They lie on nice, long, white snowfields. I'm
So
actually really
the big star power in this movie is Mamie Van Doren, and she doesn't really have very many lines, and she's not in it very much. But well, I mean, I guess in regards to the other women, she's in it a equal fashion or a little bit more. But in regards to the film, not very heavy on the women, very heavy on the prehistoric planet.
I'm dope. I'm down with that.
So it will be fun, and I will.
Technically, if we're watching prehistoric plants, doesn't that mean we're watching plants that are getting stoned in the age?
to be all for
Oh,
this.
this
I'm
movie
already,
has
I'm already here, guys. I've already visited. Like, I've set up shop. I've got the dino bones up the back here. We've got my little camp set up. I've been prepared.
This motherfucker is floating.
Oh yeah, and
I
this
know.
let me tell you, talk about weird plants. This movie has some weird plants, so we're gonna love it.
I do apologize.
Oh,
Pardon me.
so
I'm not
will
gonna
start-
lie. I burped so loud earlier that might cause my neighbours to knock down. I mean, I was thoroughly impressed. That's a first. It's like,
So
damn.
is everybody got their copy queued up and sort of ready to go?
You ready?
Yeah, all I got to do is press
Yes.
play, and me and Trenchy can watch along.
Yeah, I just switched
All right.
screens, so I can't see you guys or the chat, but I can see the movie.
And you can hear
Oh,
people.
perfect.
Yeah.
We can see you, Trenchy. So, wow.
It's
Mhm.
all good. Voyeurism for everyone.
Hi.
It's working. Thank you, Deacon, again for being the MVP and doing that shit for me.
Dude, it's all right. As I said, anytime I'm here to help.
Deacon, our technical expert.
Which makes me laugh because I make all technology break.
Yeah, you're the best one in the group at it, man.
You're like the opposite of that kid in Heroes.
Yeah,
Wait.
pretty much.
We might be able to set this up through Discord as well, like doing a watch along, because you can have more people watching on Discord.
The problem is Trenchy can't get his camera or anything to work on Discord.
He doesn't need to though. He just need it for the watch along. He could use it for the
I
watch
don't
along
need
part
a
of the stream.
camera. I just want to know how to mute. That's all I want to do on Discord. I'll do it with you guys. I don't mind. Like you're all.
We can sort that. We'll sort that out after the stream.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, man. We'll sort it out.
This is Ethel's stream. We'll save our technical talk for afterwards because Ethel is the lady of the hour and she is the star of the show.
Yeah, of course.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Anyway, I will get the movie started. So if everybody is ready, I'll do the countdown and we'll go ahead and start it.
Aye.
All right, so I'll do it. I'll do it on five. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start.
Hi guys.
Oh, hello, Anthro.
Hey, Anthro.
Hey, Anthro.
Scientists are working on projects designed to take
Yeah,
man
sir.
beyond the confines of
Hey,
the
Mark.
Earth. You are looking
How's
at
it going?
the actual
Hey,
models of
Sponge.
spacecraft now being developed by agencies of the
Anthro,
United
do you
States
have your movie
government.
going?
This is an
I
Apollo
have it queued up.
spacecraft
Where
designed
are
for
we in
elliptical
the
orbit
movie?
of the moon.
We
Its
just
lunar
started.
landing
Like I
vehicle
literally
can transport
just hit
3
play.
men
We're like
safely
28
to
seconds
and
in.
from the moon's
All right,
surface.
I'll be 28
These are
seconds
other
off
types of
then.
manned and remote control mechanisms, each designed
Can someone
for
send
specific
Toro
Alright.
the
purposes.
link?
Many already in operation
Just sent it
as
to her via
satellites
Twitter.
of this Earth. Some in readiness for the moonshot. Others designed for peace.
We've
A few
already
to
seen
serve as
the
space
what's the
stations.
inside
And
of
the
the
most
Disney film
complex of
vault in
all,
here.
prototypes of
Apparently, it
craft
has
capable of
Picard's
putting a
buggy in
man
it.
on the surface
Okay.
of another planet. Wheel was
Wow.
one of man's first
And this is where we
inventions and has been
grind
with him
down our
all of his
slate,
civilized life. But now it,
our
like
dead
so many other of
employees'
his
bones down to
creations,
dust
must
to
be
make the
modified to
to
fit
make
his
the
new
ink to
demands.
do all the cells for our
These
cartoons.
are 3 types of variable
Yeah,
radius
that's
wheels.
the
designed to
animation is so
transport a
good. That's
vehicle
why it's so
over a
lifelike.
radius. New concepts are being
Because it
created
has that,
almost
just like
daily.
that
Freaking
spark
Some
we
will never
like
get
in it.
beyond the drawing board, but others, or their
I swear it was real.
descendants, will become part of man's greatest adventure. The
So this is
exploration
actually
and
the second
colonization
movie
of
that
space.
Roger Corman made
All
out
over
of
the
Planet
world,
of
men and
Ver,
women are
the
working to make
Russian
that dream a
film.
reality. Every aspect of the journey
Oh,
is
so
being
this
analyzed
is
from
Roger
the
Corman
tiniest
taking
control
bits of
devices
something
Perfect,
and
to the
making it
mightiest
his own
rocket
thing.
engines. But it's not enough to
Oh
just
yeah, and
get
he
there.
liked it so
Just
much,
as the
it was
great
so
explorers
nice, he
sailed
had to
from
do it
Spain
twice.
and England and France
That
to discover the
sounds like a
Americas,
very
so
Roger
that the
Corman thing to
colonizers
do.
might come later, so will our exploration
You missed it,
spacecraft
Anthro.
precede the
Before I was telling
colonizers of the
everybody about how
West.
Roger Corman
Already plans are
specifically
being made
requested
for the
that the
colonies.
director film
Sources
some
of
extra
food and
scenes
power must be
with women
found.
in them,
Artificial
just
atmosphere is
because
created.
AIP would
Everything done to
not buy
build
it
an
if
Earth
it didn't have
away
women in
from
it.
the Earth. No man living today can predict exactly what the future holds. But
Which
this
I don't
much
see
we do
AIP
know.
saying, no,
All
there's no
through
women,
man's
no
march
pass on
across
this
this
movie.
Earth, the wildest dreams and fantasies of one age have become the commonplaces of the next.
But that's Roger
The
Corman for
motion
you.
picture you are
Yep.
about to see can be called today a fantasy of the
I
future.
love that.
Roger Corman
But
looks
one
like
day,
Jurassic
maybe
Park.
not too
He's
far
like, there's
distant,
no women in
audiences will be
bikinis in
able to
this.
look back on it in the same spirit with which we
I
view
mean,
pictures
it
about
probably
the
did.
first covered wagons crossing the plains.
Supposedly, it was the director's choice to have them just wear seashells for tops, but we can't confirm that Roger Corman didn't suggest they be nude first. So
Again, I'd be inclined to say that was a Roger Corman idea, but who knows?
Roger Corman, he knew about sex appeal before the ad agencies did.
I gotta watch my film.
I love that Roger Corman literally made The Terror just because he had sets left over from The Raven, and he was like, I can make another movie out of this in a few days, and then got a bunch of other directors to do reshoots on it to make an actual full movie out of it.
I mean, whatever works.
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
If it works, it works.
he was the master recycler on that front. I mean, anything he had left over, he'd put it in another film, and he'd make that other film 2 days later.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why Little Shop of Horrors exists, because he had leftover sets in time for a bucket of blood. As a matter of fact, the plot just kind of is a bucket of blood, but not.
Bucket of blood, but with a football-looking plant.
Yep, exactly.
Did the movie come first or the music come first?
The movie came first, and the musical was based on it, and now there's a movie musical.
Yeah, I don't know if I've actually seen it. It's not full, but I'm not sure.
The original's okay, but the remake definitely blows it out of the water.
It does add a lot of sort of depth and cool stuff to the original, but the original has this quirky fun to it that the original doesn't, and it has Jack Nicholson in it in an early role.
You have Jackie Jack in the original, so
Yeah.
I love the outrageous. Actually, I think he's supposed to be Russian in the original. The guy he basically growls like a bear the whole time, shouting and yelling at Seymour.
Yeah, Mushnik in the original is amazing.
It's kind of that's kind of where the original outshined the remake. Is they had a better Mushnik in the original.
Definitely a better Mushnik. And you've got Dick Miller in there as well, who's Roger Corman, as the line of the just eating the flowers.
Let me tell you the whole story.
With salt.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
He assaulted the flowers.
See what you think. You be the judge.
Which apparently you can eat carnations. They even make carnation tea, not to be confused with brand name carnation.
For the planet Venus. This attempt ended in
You're never too realistic,
a
Ashley.
meteor hit the ship.
Oh boy!
Everything's lost. Everything but the will to get there, to explore Venus.
That asteroid was
And
jawing.
so,
It didn't
it
even
was
look
only
like
6
it was
months
in
later,
space.
at the second attempt.
Damn gravity. Yeah, it's got a lot of answer for that's all I've got to say.
What?
I don't know if they used that for one of those Nature Valley granola bars or what, but it looked more like that than an asteroid.
It's a polygranola.
Quick, we don't have an asteroid. I do have this oddly shaped biscuit in my tin. We use that!
The farthest just looks like what would happen.
Porridge, mate. Someone had leftover porridge for the morning. Roll it in a ball, it's fine.
Power ready.
I'll do it.
Another fun thing about this movie is you can, at some points in the film, you can see a red Russian star on the spaceship. Throughout the whole movie in post-production, they had to paint out that all the Russian insignias because it was like a big taboo to have the Russian stuff in there, even though they were working with a Russian director and producer.
Yeah, if it had all the Russian stuff in it, it would have been blocked from the cinemas. It would have been blocked from US borders.
Yeah, in fact, on that note, Deacon, it didn't get an American release until the 90s.
Wow.
About the time the Soviet Union collapsed.
Or at least Planeta Bird anyway. This was available by AIP, but did not hit Planeta Bird enough, I should clarify.
What year was it made? Like the 50s or?
Sorry, what was that?
Tracy?
I said, what year was this made? Like the 50s or?
Well, this was 1968.
See, got it.
And Planet the Burr was, I think, 1967, or it was at the very beginning of 68, and then they were in talks with Corman, who wanted the space footage and then
There were only 2
wanted
men
the
on the
planet
mission.
footage.
Astronaut Howard Sherman and Captain Alfred.
So far, it mostly looks like what would happen if you hired Roger Corman to make a movie for National Geographic.
Robot
I don't
John. Awaken.
that's a good point.
Slow, John.
Robot John's the wave of the future.
That robot better than the dinosaurs. That's never happened.
Everything went smoothly the first part of the voyage. They traveled
That's
over
the
halfway.
last thing a prostitute
17
wants is a
billion
Robot
miles
John.
without missing.
Oh no.
Radio contact was
No,
maintained with Marcia
that
under control,
space station
and they
has
followed
was a
on
nightmare
schedule
to
at the
clean up.
United States Space Station.
Oh, but yeah, that space station, one of its tubes that comes out is actually flopping. Gravity's pulling on it.
Stand by to receive flight number 8.
7.
I mean,
Those
those
little
guys are
balls
just
look
walking
like
across the outside of the ship like it's nothing, dude. Like, I think that proves gravity.
Just they're heading out on the deck. They got their Russian brewskis. They're out there. They're getting ready to take a look outside. Look for the sunset. Have a nice night out there.
Yes, they're various cool sickles. We get hammer and sickle. Or hammered on sickle.
Check that guy's eyebrows, they're on point.
Progress with more concern than anyone else. Refueling A-OK, over now.
Pierre Capaldi's been reborn.
Because we were the command crew. And if
I
anything went
love the
wrong,
official space
we were
talk.
set to follow.
Refueling A-OK.
There were 3 of us. Commander William
I
Billy
love
Lockhart,
the
That's how
idea.
all the astronauts talk.
Yeah,
Like
I love
talking
the
to
Astronaut.
station, bro.
Hans Walters,
Yeah, I love the idea that space has
and
its
me,
own
Andre
language. Just
Fernell.
the people who broke off to leave
I
into
remember
space
how worried
developed
we
their
were as we
own
listened to their
dialects
voices.
of English.
from so many
Ned
miles away.
Flanders.
Kern's calling
Yes.
Marcia. Kern's calling Marcia.
See what I mean? It's just
Refueling
Klopping.
completed. Ready for blast off.
You hear that, Marcia? Refueling's completed. Damn it.
These
Hey,
people
yeah,
so
I like
you hear that, Marsha? Docking has been completed. Oh, so soon?
so
Do you
bad.
not hate when there's a giant robot in space?
I don't know what it is, but all these people just look so unhappy.
They really do.
Like,
Well,
I thought people
there
were
was
here.
this was made in Russia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not meant to be happy.
Oh my god, this movie was made by Russian slaves. Jesus Christ.
Well, check it out. The
I hear-
movie has a progress bar. Their video's almost uploaded.
Are these all these guys that they're gonna like go to Siberia and they're like, you know what? If you make this movie for us, you don't have to go to Siberia. And they're like, yeah, we'll make the movie.
Oh god.
You can make
It's like
Make the movie or you're getting shot. Okay, I'm in.
they,
All in.
they're like you have two choices. It's either the Gulag or you could be in a Corman film.
You can make movie or you can make movie.
You have 3 choices. You can either make movie, go to Gulag, or work in excrement refinery. Okay, we take movie. We take movie.
Alright, so
And then they
I'm-
saw it.
question. Which
Jokes
is
on them, the
more-
movie was made in Serbia.
Cloud formation,
Yeah,
30% ash contact.
So more depressing
And they prepared
space
to land.
movie. This or 2001: A Space Odyssey?
2001: A Space
Fire
Odyssey.
below us.
Are you
I
sure?
don't know. They all look at
Is
different
the
colors.
world
Did you see that?
Are
They all
we-
look different directions.
Friggin' out.
Are we
At
talking
any
depressing
moment.
as in how the movie makes you feel, or depressing as in how the movie plays out?
Interesting.
Just in terms of the overall feeling the movie has.
I would probably say this one's more depressing for the feeling it has, whereas 2001: Space Odyssey is more depressing for its overall story.
I suppose that's true, but I know there are Kubrick lovers out there who can explain the hell out of the ending. I don't understand the ending of 2001.
If you ask Coop,
Or wants a link to the movie.
And then
I sent a link to her
things
via
started going
Twitter.
wrong. Black clouds. Light.
She
I
hasn't
don't
seen
like
it
the
yet
looks of
though,
this.
so
I'm turning control over to Robot John. Ahead, Steve, Mountain. I am going up. Wow, close call.
I don't know if Robot John would really tell me.
This is truly a prehistoric.
That rocket had a reverse thruster that went straight out. Like
Yeah.
the forward thruster make them go backwards. Can someone
And I-
explain that to me?
and I actually provided the sound effect for it. Wow.
You'd probably give it a better sound of
Yeah, well,
You should be a fully artist vegan.
Sherman.
It can just reverse the film.
Kern.
Exactly.
Cutting edge.
We
Cutting edge
need
space
Deacon
technology.
first.
Sherman.
We need Deacon
Kern.
to dub
Are you
Godzilla
there?
with his
I could probably dub Godzilla with burps, and I could also
Well,
dub
very
King
soon after
Kong
that, it
with
became clear
either
there was only one
belches,
thing to do.
sneezes, or
Blast
my
off for
claw
Venus
voice.
ourselves.
Yep. You could also become a great backing vocalist for a lot of brutal death metal bands out there.
Complete
Well,
peace,
someone in the Twitch community has already turned around and said,
Sherman.
if I in the future I'm going to do a project, would you mind doing voice work for it? It's like, yeah,
They
go
were still
ahead,
alive.
feel free.
Cool.
I'm up for it.
But I mean, seriously, like people have started hiring like death metal vocalists to do like voice work for monsters in like video games. So who's to say things could go the other way around?
You ever need a Bond villain? I'm in.
There comes another one. I got it.
Them dinosaurs.
So I can actually see why they are doing that.
That dinosaur looks so defeated as it rolled down in the mud.
That's gonna fight the dinosaurs.
Right, guys, is it just me, or see when he pushed that cassette tape in, he pulled his hand right through the whole robot to pull it in? But they're not
Yeah.
pushing it in for the other side. Like, just pushing it in for the front, like, just clicking it in place. Like, no, let me open up your whole back and come through your body to shut the door.
We're dealing with Russian design. Russian design had TVs that could catch fire.
That poor dude in that water, I feel sorry for him.
I thought he was just hooking up Robot John with his favorite mixtape.
I know, but I found this out the other day. In Russia, when they were coming out with the colour TVs that you could wait for,
That's the problem when he shit.
they had a tendency of actually catching fire. 4 out of every TVs actually caught fire and set fire to the homes.
If we should be here at all. Why don't you catch a bus?
That's how bad Russian tech
I
is.
don't think I wouldn't if I could find one.
So I figured out what would make this movie better.
What, setting it on fire?
No, I think you need to just mute
better go first.
the audio
I'll come
track
along after
and
you.
put like Nature Channel commentary over the whole
Within
thing.
2 hours, we were ready to go.
Get some narrate and comment nature.
Don't tempt me.
Oh no,
there's that-
I've given you ideas like this before. This is why you ended up syncing up Fantasia.
David Attenborough's
Yeah.
got 80 worth of nature documentaries, but you can cobble together a script for 80 years worth of stuff.
Oh no, Anthro already threw down a challenge once before, or kind of like, I'd like to see this, so I made it. And he's kind of like, yeah, okay, yeah, it was okay.
Now we're going to peer pressure you into this.
Yeah, it did not work.
But our thoughts were with Kern, Sherman.
It's just
They
weird.
were alive.
It is. It's kind of weird, but
Would we be
overall, I
able to
think it fit.
It's all
It
that matters.
fit.
I like
It's
how
just-
Robot John, when they crash, he's just like one of the crash test dummies. You can just put them right back together.
Yes. Yes.
Slam them into the wall. Put them back together. Crash test dummies by Mattel.
I used to love those. Had them when I was a kid. They were awesome to play with.
I would love it if it just escalated to the point where they were intentionally breaking him, just because they could put him back together.
And when they get extremely bored, they can try putting them back together in all sorts of different ways.
Oh no.
You know, the nice thing about that space station
Refueling
is
with
you
the
can heat your
conflict in
patio with it in
time.
the summertime.
There was no time to
Man, look at that jet. Whoa, so realistic. I just love how these guys are just standing there like, hey Steve. Hi Paul. How's the wife?
What if someone looks back and falls off? Like someone steps back and like falls off the front.
How's it going, sir? They good borscht in the
Oh,
cafeteria.
considering the way things turned out, what I was thinking about as we sped through the dark universe on our way to an
Peter, you got
unexplored
roped into, I
planet.
see.
So, how did you get on?
I was wondering if maybe there wasn't some reason
So
that
how
we
did you
didn't
get
become
punished
one
with?
after the
Back so you
goddess
get
of
plugged
love.
in.
So, how
If
did
maybe
you
there
get
wasn't
punished
some
with
wise
this
old
kind of
astronomer
position?
way back in the
I
dawn of
whistled
time
at
who
the
knew
captain's daughter.
It's the Russian
something he
version of
kept to
Nokia.
himself. But before I could come to any conclusions about it,
23 hours and he's
we were
fully
preparing
charged.
for our touchdown on Venus, where
Gives
maybe
you
I'd
4
find
hours
all the
battery
answers.
life. What more do you want?
And then, almost before I knew it,
Only
But
can
can-
fly
we were
9
landing.
times out of 10.
But can survive a drop-off building and still
These
work.
guys look like they're enjoying this too much. They've got the good massage seats.
Yeah, but
They get
I
that
was about to
prehistoric
say, why does
planet.
the one guy look before dragging?
Now you guys like, I don't want my haircut. I just got it the way I like it.
These people seem so sad and bored. They've got all this amazing technology and like literally no form of entertainment. I feel so sad for them.
We're
I think
landing.
they're just jealous. They
Oh,
didn't
no,
get
he'd found this for me entertainment. He stood up like, oh, standing.
Don't
This is
begin
no.
celebrating yet.
Ah,
Unfortunately, you,
What are you talking about? You've been standing on the floor the
Is
whole
our
time.
level okay?
why is there no
Yes,
in-flight
there it is.
entertainment? You are on a Russian mission. There is no entertainment.
In-flight
strange
movie
to
was
have weight.
infomercial.
Yes, it
in
does seem
Soviet
strange.
Russia, movie
That's
is
sure.
you.
That guy really
But it's
loves
nice and solid.
True.
Well, I don't know about you fellas, but I'd
Where
like to
is
see
movie?
Venus.
When we took off,
Open
did you
number
see
3
your
and
life
hit the
flash
beam.
before your eyes? Yes, that was the movie.
A better life next time.
It would be really funny if they just found
Paper.
one
Try the
movie
port
on the
viewer.
ship and it's actually just them. It's their movie.
telescreen just
It's just like there's no escape. This is the
Well,
only
no,
thing you have to watch.
Like in Spaceballs, it's
The
like
reason,
of weird rock.
the reason they're so upset is the one movie on the ship is just the Carrot Top movie.
outside sound pickup.
he's like, we finally have gravity and my hair still free falls.
Oh no, the only movie they have access to is The Room.
I wouldn't be mad if I had
No,
access to
no,
it. That would be entertaining.
Not for like
The only
24
movie they
years.
have access to is Cold as Ice.
I mean, the best movie on the in the world, if it was the only movie you could ever watch,
First time I
you
heard
would start to hate it eventually.
a human being.
Hold it.
Phantoms from 20,000 Leagues.
What a phantom of clean
It's finished.
plot holes.
Transfer it to playback.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Oh god,
you
that
might
movie.
check up on the
If that was the
atmosphere.
only movie they had to watch,
better
they'd
be
commit
good.
suicide
and you better
halfway
get
through
your
mission.
spacesuit. We'll move out. Andre,
I
want
got
you
the laptop
to
in
attempt
really
to make
good,
contact
man.
with
You can't
Sherman by
even tell.
radio. If you raise them, tell them to report their
I
position.
bet I could one up
Then get
you
yourself into a
with terrible
spacesuit.
movies,
We're gonna
though,
walk about.
because
I'll be right
I've
behind
seen
you.
some
That'll be
garbage.
handy if I slip. Get popping now.
Trash humpers.
Oh, okay.
It's 4.7.
I don't know if I can top
Zombies.
that.
That's pretty close.
Zombies, man,
It's
zombies.
awesome.
Oh no, trash humpers. That's the lowest of the low.
You can pretty much put up anything by Coleman Francis and you have a bad movie right there. Skydivers, Red Zone Q.
Show some to beat the beast of 20,000 Phantoms. That God, my God, I will never live that one down for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but yeah, there is a movie that's worse, and that is Trash Humpers. Anyone who can sit through that in one go, in one sitting, all the way through without any breaks, deserves a medal.
Don't get out of visual
Or
contact.
needs therapy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do.
I kind of want to watch it.
I'm pretty sure we all need therapy at some point.
I mean, I'm down to watch that shit.
Even
You
for the
can.
night is pretty unwatchable.
Look, people fucking threat that ain't too bad.
I would put forward a Bigfoot blood trap.
Oh yeah, that is a good contender.
Yeah.
It's this pogo stick ready to go
Dude, I
here.
got one. Fucking 90.
Yeah.
Sorry,
There's a
Frenchie?
96 of things and it's horrible.
It was a
What
weird,
is it?
desolate place,
A 90s
but
movie
it
called.
fascinated me. And I
It's
forgot
called
all about
Prehistoric.
Kearns
I'll
and
have
Sherman
to. It's on
and what we were there
TV.
for.
There's a couple
Received a message. What did they say? Marcia has
But
radar
there's one
moving.
from the 90s and it's horrible.
She can't be sure.
I think
but it
you
looks
need
like
to
two
sit close
objects,
to the
one
mic,
metallic and moving in the
Trenchy,
air.
so we
Either that or
can
the
hear
next
out.
one, I'm missing the title.
Come on, Andre.
Bring that ass closer, boy. Don't make me run.
Okay.
There we go. That's
Can you hear
better.
me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was really close and I couldn't see my face.
Oh, don't worry. I've got
Okay. My
my
mouth is
chest.
like right in front of the camera. This doesn't look disturbing, does it?
Contact us.
It looks like something from Blair Witch, not gonna lie. It's like somebody's just grabbed the camera and you're like, ah.
No, it looks alright.
Very found
It's
footage.
just close up. It kind of
Oh
looks
no,
like how
guys,
Ian
help
does.
him. Help him. No, let me tie you up in these wires.
Oh god, what are the...
Welcome to Russia, where hentai porn exists.
What?
I just...
See, there's
Why does it look like you're actually assaulting
They
the
thought it
plant?
was sex, but clearly it was genetic mutation. Left over from Cold War.
Oh, Cara has just said, taking the dog out for a walk. I'll be back in a bit. Have fun, Cara. Give the dogs love from us.
I think that was...
Stop smoking dick, you... What the fuck?
I think this is the one cameo that, like the tentacles from earlier, the just off-screen tentacles were the one cameo they were able to get from Cthulhu in the film, and they have a lot of money for it though.
Careful, Andre.
I'm not surprised.
You've got to be more careful. No shit, Sherlock.
Can you imagine that?
Remember, you break tentacle, we break you.
Why don't we take
This
one of those
thing-
home
sorry,
to the zoo?
Like,
I'm-
it's like an oversized
You've
head
got
of
to
the
be more
Sorry
Demogorgon.
if I'm interrupting
If we
people.
hadn't heard you call me, I didn't call.
Dude, it's alright. We know.
We heard you.
deterred by this plan.
Sorry
He
if I'm
wants to take
interrupting
it
people. I think my dialogue is slightly delayed.
Let's begin
Trenchy, it's okay. We know you've
All
got
we knew
one
was that
cat which is a
Marcia
bully,
had
one
control
cat
of
which is a
five of
rapist,
probably
two
the
cats
Kurds
which
and
are always
Germans
all
and
over you no
approximately
matter
where they might
what.
be.
So don't panic. We know. We understand.
So we started out in our space car, heading in that general direction.
It's all good,
I
my
wanna
dude.
see-
It's just that when I talk, I think my audio like 5.
But we were still unable, no matter how hard we tried, to make
It's alright,
radio
we can
contact with
deal.
Kurds or Sherman. So we had no way of knowing what they were going through on that distant
I
part.
think one day I'm going to be buying someone a microphone.
Nice. I got some new a new light and mic from my sister for Christmas, so I'm gonna be upping some of my production knowledge.
Ooh.
I did.
away.
Ooh, we have a Ben. Hello, Ben. How are you, my little friend? How have you been since the last time we've seen your
Hey, Ben.
face?
You better hope they'll get through it and spot us.
What up,
You
buddy?
gotta sing it Michael Jackson way.
This thing doesn't feel like it's paced like a
beginning to feel
movie.
like
It feels like it's just paced
head's
like
swimming.
life. You're just like walking into
Of
these
course.
people's lives. It's very,
It's
it
your
has a very
torn
different
suit.
pace.
Infection is getting through.
I can't believe he wasn't
Maybe
more
we ought to
upset
take
by
some
the
principles
man-eating
out.
plant. He's like, oh
We'd
no,
have
let's
to
take
rest
it to the
after.
zoo. It's like, dude, you just were
Well-
almost eaten alive.
Keep
Yeah, well,
moving.
Then your fellow astronaut was like all inappropriately touching your crotch. It's like, what the hell, man?
In Mother Russia, that is called foreplay.
They're looking at the size of the tentacles and going, I feel inadequate.
Oh man, the water's so real.
Speaking of
It's like they
Mother
were in the hentai before this week.
it's
Why
actually a
is-
very
why
dramatic
is
love
Conan
triangle
so
between the
real?
two astronauts and the man-eating plant.
Why aren't the toes grabbing onto things?
it's got raptor toes.
Yep, this is officially my new favorite love triangle. Two astronauts and the plant.
Oh hell yeah, Ben. I don't think I've ever watched that.
Twilight Zone is real good. It has some
Feed me.
Why? I hope the robot's waterproof. Is that an exhaust pipe the robot's got on its head?
Find shelter.
Is the
And
robot
they call
pepper?
it plasma.
Yep. Have you seen the Talkie Tina episode before, Ben? Because that might be my favorite episode of Twilight Zone.
I love the
We
Twilight
have to
Zone.
go on. Come on up. That's it.
Dude, I'm a sucker for monsters on Maple Street personally.
I really like the one where everybody, all of the appliances in the guy's house start turning against him because he just abuses them constantly.
I like Terror at 30,000 feet. It's got Shatner.
I got to see that one.
That's a good one too. That's a classic.
Yeah,
That
Ben's in
face
for
he
a nice
makes,
trick.
the gremlin on the wing.
Oh, there's one called.
Come on. Just a little bit further. There's a cave
Yeah.
right over
Classic
there.
Shatner.
Oh, you haven't seen the Talkie Tina episode?
There's one with Donald Pleasant that's really
Just a
good.
few bits further.
There's a Donald Pleasance one? I wasn't aware of.
And for all those who are just joining us, such as Ben, we are currently
Yeah, it's
watching
a Donald
a...
Pleasant's Christmas episode of the Twilight Zone.
And what we're currently watching is a Russian propaganda movie about them landing on space and conquering adversity.
Yeah, and we have a little love triangle between two astronauts and a man-eating plant going on as well. Or maybe that's just me.
We have an
The other astronaut swore it was a plant. We've seen evidence otherwise, so we're not sure on that one. Evident. Jury's out.
And
It's based on a Twilight Zone episode, Ben. That's kind of cool.
Marcia.
for anyone that needs it, Ben included, we're at 31 minutes and 12 seconds.
If you need the link, just let us know. We'll drop it in the chat.
I await your
Going back to Twilight Zone real quick. One of my other favorite episodes is The Pitch for the Angels, which has Ed Wynn, who is the voice of the Mad Hatter, in it, and he makes a sales pitch to cheat death, but because he does cheat death, someone else is about to die. He has to make this sales pitch to death to win the kids back. So he can die.
Of finding them.
Yes.
I mean, if it's me or someone else, bye.
Yeah, I love
His
that
kids,
one.
like,
That's one of my
always want his
favorites.
stuff. So.
That voice again.
It looks so much like...
That you had one. Look at that thing. It's awesome.
I see Fog. Fog makes literally any scene in any movie better.
Every space car has to come with a laser right on top of it. It's like standard issue.
Almost
Yes,
sounds
Ben,
like
it's
a
between
girl.
him and a little girl.
A
Yeah,
girl?
Pitch for the Angels, one of my favorites.
Or a monster.
Yeah, that's a
Crawl is
great one.
another really good episode with Lost in Space star Billy Mummy.
The pitch is his favorite, but the whole point, Ben, is that he wants to live until he makes that pitch. But he's decided that he's never actually going to make the pitch, so he'll live forever. And because he's not going to, someone else has to die.
Yeah, that was the trick though, because he knew that he was gonna make the pitch. He knew he wouldn't let that girl die. That was smart.
Right, that's where it gets hung up, but
God damn, sunbathing on the rocks.
yeah.
How cold is it in Russia? Russia doesn't get hot, does it?
The hottest it gets is 80 degrees Kelvin.
It kind of sounds like a mixed drink, doesn't it? Oh, I'll have a Mamie Van Doren on the rocks.
I'll have a sex on the beach. I'll have a sex on the beach on the rocks.
Wake up.
And I don't mean
Yeah, I just looked up the episode. Marty.
My sisters are calling.
Martin,
Wake
not
up.
Marty. Look up the changing of the guard Twilight Zone. It's the Donald Pleasance episode.
Which episode is it?
Oh look, they're like meerkats.
The changing of the guard. It's a Christmas episode.
Gotcha, I found it.
Hopefully that's me. Stop sneezing.
Yeah,
Into the sea, ladies. We must hunt.
You got the prehistoric women, 30
It's like in my top 10 for sure, that episode. It's really deep.
Not gonna lie, it looks pretty cold.
half an hour in, here are the prehistoric women.
Prehistoric just like you just gave me stuff.
Yeah, they're latex or they're latex or spandex pants where they got the bell bottoms on them and everything. They're ready for the wood.
Well, that's prehistoric on their planet.
It would have been latex because spandex wasn't properly common until the 70s.
Actually, supposedly they're rubber, believe it or not. So supposedly that's rubber, I have in my notes.
You ought to know that, Hans.
I mean, if that's prehistoric on this planet, who knows what materials they'll invent in the years to come.
Oh, sea lions.
One fact about these swimming women is one of the women who plays the prehistoric women was so afraid of sharks that when they threw a fake fish in here, she actually grabbed it and bit the head off. She was that scared.
Oh my god.
She's that scared that she was a shark? Like, she's worried about a shark, I'm going to bite the head.
She was freaked out. She bit the fish's head off. It's not even a real fish.
Yeah, that's
in other words, she had a nice set of jaws.
Come on, Hans.
Just that great.
That was a real fish.
Aren't we?
Let's go.
She's just like that, just with these new shells that do look.
We sell seashells.
Oh god, there's the bike.
Oh, she found a new bra.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on that Discovery Channel.
No, she's got the IKEA. God damn it. She's only got to have one now.
He's angry.
How would you pick which one to replace?
That pterodactyl. You guys
He's
got
like,
Jurassic
we're
Park.
in the right
We
place.
must leave this place. Come, follow me.
Lord save him.
What?
Triggered her fatal flight.
Kern or Sherman.
Well, we should soon be there.
Keep trying. Maybe we can
Swim for it.
Kern has an
Why have they still got their big suits on when they're inside the ship?
Because they looked at each other, took scans, and said, "There's no signs of intelligent life anywhere."
You see that big red button on the top of the space car there? It doubles as an egg timer.
See, we knew that these people were half-baked. It's not working.
Move it up. Point to point on the dial. We'll find it.
I'll try it. Hello. John, hello. John, listen. This is a command ship. Are you there? No response. Come in.
Hello.
One more point.
Hello.
Come in.
Hello. Hello.
Better
John,
hold this
can
one
you
up.
hear me, John?
I'm on it now.
John!
Hello. Hello.
Are you there, John?
You must
Can you hear me now?
Please open your mouth and answer me. You must obey me,
John. I'm Jim.
No response. Try another
Robot
point.
John screening his calls there.
1, 2, 5. You have to
I have a
readjust your
robot
frequency
John.
for transmitting. If
Really?
you hear
How
me.
nice for you. It must be pleasurable.
Oh, they're not, man.
If
Did you
you
see
report
toenails?
your position and plot number,
Personal
over.
hygiene's not big on his to-do list.
Hey, it kind of depends.
Programs for that.
For traditional, yes, but for S&M, perfectly fine.
That's square 40.
Oh, God.
Not far. Ask him about the men.
I mean, depends on how far into
We
S&M
would
you're
like
going.
to know.
You're like down there, the rabbit hole there.
Also about Sherman.
Let's not.
I haven't gone that far, but I have gone to a fetish club where Indian hook hanging while having sex was a thing.
How much time before
Man,
we
that's
get
pretty
there?
impressive,
Who
actually.
knows?
Not gonna
Commander,
lie.
maybe the robot can help.
I admire the dedication.
Right. Keep an eye on the compass. Grab onto that.
Yeah, I go to all sorts of strange places.
Hello. You will listen, John. First, you will obey me and do precisely what I say.
Oh,
You will listen.
here we go. Robot
Listen,
John
John.
on,
Oh, God,
on
they
Obey
speed.
my every command.
He's found their trip.
Remove container 2 from
Is that
first aid
lizard
kit.
sperm?
Repeat.
Like, I saw
Container
reptile on the side. Is that dinosaur sperm?
Why are we? No.
Do you really want to go?
Are
do you
they
really
about to
want
get,
go
like,
down
high
that
off of dinosaur sperm?
Trenchy,
You guys
do
got a
you
great
really want me to start going down that topic of conversation?
Then open
Please don't.
Oh! I do, but I won't because I am from
An
the
extra
no.
I have
If you really want to, go ahead. It's not my stream, but
placed the
I'm
tablet.
not
Hey!
going to.
Stop
I will be nice.
Damn!
Stop trying to drown me, you stupid robot.
Revive him with water.
He just pulled a
Stop
vanilla
fighting each
ice.
other. No,
Oh, what's
don't
it?
Pour it over his face. Quickly.
I love how we shot the helmet.
Close
Now
his
you will
mouth.
survive me, man.
that's a clumsy robot. Why would you build a robot with such
Football in
big?
there.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, see when you're filling up your car with water and shit. Nobody's that accurate either. So to be fair, he's only doing it back to them. Fucking pour
least
water
we
over
know
me,
they're
the last
alive.
thing, you
Let's
bastard.
hope they stay that way.
Why would you give a robot like that such beefy
Commander,
hands so it
look
can't
there.
pick things up?
Ooh, we have a John Steele in the chat.
Hey, John. How's it
I'm
going,
ready with
man?
the astrogun.
Hey, John.
Kind of flying reptile.
He says he's
You may not see
freezing.
us.
Let's give him warm hugs. Sorry about the tentacles, it's fine.
He's turning around.
Maybe not.
We're in for it now. He knows we're
Well,
here.
maybe Van Doren in her rubber pants and seashell top will warm you up, John.
Here he comes.
John Steele says Anthro's voice to Dobby Alien
Here he
sounds
comes
better.
again.
Not Dobby, it's Dobby.
And
Dobby will copyright me.
We'll submerge.
We were forced to submerge, even though we had killed the flying reptile, because of the damage the creature had caused in the
we
terror.
actually sometimes just blame Dobby for anything that goes wrong in our house.
For here,
I don't know why.
under the sea, we were to find the second clue to life. under the
Doobie doobie doo, where are you?
Not gonna lie,
Get
when I watch
high
it,
in now.
everything on Apple stand.
Doobie
Like
doobie
Apple
doo.
stand. Never did the hoovering again.
Here's
let
a
it down for a minute.
doobie
Take a
snack
rest.
now.
It's not far to the beach.
Well,
if
they
our
sunk the
calculations are
ship.
correct.
Probably not a good idea, but okay.
I hope this will run again.
Don't worry, it will.
I hope it'll run again. You just take a shot in the dark.
Look, the cliffs are all in even rows. Like streets.
Okay, this actually is just a nature
I'll look
documentary
around.
now.
Just 5 minutes. Might find something interesting.
And here we see the blonde Scandinavian woman standing on the rocks looking at a dead pterodactyl as she contemplates skinning it for its leather.
Come here, hurry. Again. So,
We got-
so question, in the Russian one, did they speak at all? Or were the women just expected to stay silent?
They weren't in the original Russian.
Oh, they weren't? Oh,
They
so what,
weren't.
the weird Russian one was just like all the three guys?
Yeah,
What?
the girls, the ladies, the women, the females were added for the Americanized version that they were hoping to get into America, but it never made it.
So what the fuck was the weird Russian one about then? Just three guys wandering about on a day trip?
It was propaganda. It was a propaganda movie, basically about the perils of going into unknown territory without support and without the government being there to basically oversee everything.
What evil demon has destroyed our gods?
They added all
Right,
this.
Roger Corman's like,
blondes in this one, except for the one with redhead. Because the director thought that they would all be blonde. That's what he says. So aliens will all be blonde. was just his vision.
Oh well. You can't fault a guy for his taste, but there's got to be variety. You can't just have blonde, and you can't just have supermodel figure. Otherwise, it gets boring. Give us eye candy, not just standard eye prettiness. Oh, look at us! We're under the water. We'll just jump on the wires.
Well,
John,
what do
I
you
see
know?
some variation in hair color.
Andre!
Wait, who's in the chat?
John Steele.
What's up? You just look here.
Oh, hey,
That's only a
John.
petrified tree.
I can't see
Why,
the
it's a
chat
bronze
because I'm up.
statue.
So, John, to
much more,
answer your question, unfortunately, where this is a Russian movie, they
You
had
say rubies?
influences
Show me.
from the Nazi regime after World War II,
Simple.
and some of those rhetoric stayed
The eye
put,
of an idol.
such as blonde hair
Idol?
equals genetically refined,
a
not
reptile.
superior, but
A
more
reptile
genetically
resembling that flying monster
refined.
that attacked us
So,
earlier.
if they wanted to have a pure
there.
person,
You're
the
right,
person would have to
Andre.
have blonde
I'm
hair.
not laughing anymore.
And
There
most
was
likely
a
blue
civilization
eyes.
here, and I'll bet you there still is.
I'd be fucked. I'm just being a net.
Dude, I would be fucked. If I was in Nazi Germany, I would be taken, executed, and killed within a day.
It'd be this as Sparta over again.
That'd be
How's
really
that happen?
Let's
Just
check
look
out.
like a-
Oh,
Oh,
no, I'm too
Pride,
stupid
the
to
flesh
be a
gives
Nazi.
spirit that lies dead before you.
Dark brown hair, green eyes.
Because I
you'd be
would
like,
just laugh at Hitler and get shot. I'd probably just laugh at him.
They all look so confused as to what's happening here, what they're supposed to be looking at.
Well,
I
they
think
are
they were
blonde.
given. They are blonde, and I
She's-
think some of them are dyed.
Why did she just put like a sack on her head?
It's a chef hat.
Yeah, she's gonna cook the pterodactyl.
That looks like a shopping bag on her head. What the fuck?
Swear to you.
It really is.
To give you a tiny, tiny,
She's
tiny
like
bit
the
of
green,
insight.
the queen of Walgreens.
Will himself
To give you a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of insight about why they're not talking at all. Back in those times, even in Russia, they got paid more for each
Something
word that they
seemed to
said
draw me away.
instead of for how long they were on
To make
screen.
me search for. I didn't
Well,
know.
that
Oh my
sucks.
god. This guy's getting his dick rubbed by an octopus.
I felt.
See, I told
I
you
don't
we're
know.
entering hentai
I felt
territory
as though I
now.
were being watched.
You got me. He's like, ah, no, not for
But I
me.
didn't feel
I'm
like
out
it
here.
was
Where's
a
the
massage.
Yeah.
Yet still feeling a
What was that,
strange
Amber?
presence.
Why
It's
is
a
everything
video.
rubbing
Yeah.
this dick?
It's a friendly
So-
octopus.
See, he wants to sleep with the fishes.
But
See?
then, as quickly as it came, that weird sensation vanished.
It's Ollie
And then
the
there was
octopus.
Nothing but the
Well, I
sea.
know, they get a bad rep.
So I followed my original impulse, looking for a clue like the
They do
statue
get a
of the
bad
flying
rep. I mean,
reptile.
the most sexually promiscuous creature on the sea floor is technically the sea cucumber.
And I found nothing.
We've all seen
Except the rock
Jackass,
that I
Deacon.
liked
We
for
know
its
what
shape,
happens with the sea
and that could serve as a
cucumbers.
specimen for the geology.
Yeah, they bloody hell.
Oh,
when it
God.
comes when it comes to ocean creatures, they are the most sexually prolific. When it comes to land-based creatures, and especially in the insect kingdom, you're looking at ladybugs.
Did he say he
But
wanted
Johnny Knoxville like put like wood on his dick and then put a woodpecker to like peck through the wood to peck his dick.
Look, considering that guy's pretty
You
much had
wouldn't
to
like-
retire and no insurance company will cover him anymore,
Stay away.
I think he's got a reason to stop doing it.
Mary. Carry him away.
This is getting like really like I don't know. It feels like shit's about to go down. This doesn't feel like a sci-fi movie anymore.
I think this movie was kind of defying genre from the get-go, so...
It's like
It was very sci-fi. It had all the space bar.
Try to look sexy, fucking tuning.
Who is this? What sisters are these?
They did it in Spider-Man when Spider-Man was being waterboarded to do the kiss.
What is it? Invaders! You've seen strange invaders walking under the sea. Demons. Did you hear, sisters? Demons.
What possession got me wrong? I've heard of the movie, but I haven't seen it. And based on what John says, I'm scared.
Anthro, I will say this from the get-go. When it comes to the movie
I
Possession,
couldn't have lasted much longer.
you
You're not alone.
should not watch it. Leave it for about 3-4 more years, then watch it.
Here we are.
You're too young, man.
I'm almost 19.
Dude, I know.
I'm just uncomfortable with certain things sometimes.
This will make you insanely uncomfortable unless you watch it with people.
How are the
That's
batteries?
what I heard.
They stayed dry.
I mean, sometimes that's a good thing if a movie makes you uncomfortable. I just want to know whether or not it's like a legit good movie or just gross.
Let me put it this way: if you watch,
Like sex? Don't watch it.
if you watch Possession, you will definitely have a new standard for low.
I've tried everything I know.
So it's not a great movie.
Oh, it's a great movie, but the subject matters it covers, the things that it depicts, yeah, that will definitely make you sit there and go, okay, they can show a full-blown rape scene on screen. They can show the Serbian film, and you'll be okay all the way through.
Oh, well, yeah, never mind. Never
What?
watched
Oh,
it.
Goodbye. Serbian film.
Yep, I thought that was a nice comparison. If you can sit through Possession, then you can sit through the Serbian film.
Well, I've decided that I'm
I gotta watch Possession.
Ever, so I'm also never watching Possession. Thanks for the heads up.
I don't think I'll watch Possession and I'll
But mind
see
you,
if
I'm
that's a
only
good
advancing a little hypothetical science fiction.
It's a
There's
good
nothing
comparison
that
for
because
feels
shock
Serbian film's
value.
on another level.
Let's face it.
Like,
They built a
Yeah,
city
it's a
that's
good
now
comparison
under
for
siege.
How
shock
many
level
films that
and
touch
for
Serbian films?
content maturity.
Hans, it must be true.
And they definitely
Many
go
made
for
it
the
to
shock
shore
in
from
Possession.
the sea.
Yeah.
Then why did
Disturbing
they
subject matter is one thing,
We
but
may find they
just
did
graphic rape
when
scenes
we
are
explored the planet.
never for me,
Before we
ever.
leave, I'll meet her.
The best way
Beautiful
that I
song,
can say is
beautiful
watch it
girl.
with friends, because at least then you can joke about it while you're watching it.
She must have heard you.
That would make it
Where is
worse.
it?
Anything like that with other people is 10 times worse.
They don't behave like we do over here,
Maybe
Deke.
she's helping us.
Yeah, John has just said Serbian film was a lot worse for
If
him,
I could just see what she
which
looks
is
like.
where I'm going to say, yes, Serbian film is worse. But if you can sit through Possession, you can sit through Serbian film, no problem.
Okay, so can you recommend me some movies that delve into similarly disturbing subject
I don't
matter
know
without
about that. There's a
being exploitative? Because
Can the car make
What's
it?
that? What's
Sure.
the cannibal film? Is that Green Inferno?
Green Inferno.
Yeah, like the directors got taken to court because they thought they murdered the woman in it.
That would be
Cannibal Holocaust.
which I'm also never going to
Is
watch.
it that one? Is that what I'm thinking of? Because I went on a binge spree watching all these cannibal movies,
Perhaps it
and they all merged into one super
That's
cannibal.
a brilliant movie.
Andre!
Yeah, man, it looks so
Like-
realistic. It's great.
Well,
I don't know,
thing
but
about
Cannibal Holocaust. It's
Here's a good way
funny.
of putting Possession onto a level that Anthro will understand
Teasing him, Hans.
and might
He's in
get his interest. Lovecraft monsters plus women.
You see, I've heard of Possession and heard it's a good movie, but
Yeah, I'd recommend watching it if you need to have an appreciation for everything that is out there. It's well done. It's just, yeah, it's got sex scenes, it's got some plot lines and elements that will make a lot of people squirm.
Sex scenes are. I can go different ways on sex scenes. It really depends on the context and what's happening. Sexual assault is never.
Okay, here's a good question then. Do you have anything against seeing not a strict tentacle, but something tentacle-like being forcibly inserted into a woman who is bound?
I think so.
Then
Yeah.
don't watch Possession.
There we go.
I was doing so good. I was doing so well.
I like how we're seeing over these women like doing a cult ritual. We got all these women in bikinis doing this like ritual, and then all you hear in the background is like tentacles going into vaginas. Like, what the fuck?
How did we get to this point in life?
It was all beginning of the movie. It's all that.
To answer your question, Amfro, got here because Ethel is an awesome woman and picked the right movie.
True. John recommends Vivarium, which I am not familiar with.
I recommend that.
It's amazing. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I would highly recommend that, and it's in completely the opposite direction of the subject matter we were talking about. I recommend it, Amfro. Watch it.
So what is it?
Dude, it's on Prime. Check it out. It will fuck you up. It will fuck you up.
but in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. You will sit there going, what the fuck? Instead of going, oh shit, what the fuck?
Because there's a subtle difference between the two.
One makes you appreciate it, one makes you new level of,
I'm sure it is, John, but I don't need to see that. Ever.
Well, one day we're going to have to sit Amfro down in a Discord stream and go, right, these are some of the weird things that are out there that we can't show anywhere else.
Again, I'm picky about what kind of weird and disturbing I want. Very picky.
Oh, trust me.
We will teach you the ways, young bloods. We will teach you the ways of the weird.
Yeah, I'm setting up a video area on my Discord where it's evil is, it's evil does. We just watch the worst stuff that has come out.
I mean,
as in worst as in subject matters.
Yeah, let's not ruin Amfro though. Amfro's the most innocent out of us. We need to leave him alone.
We must corrupt the innocent. It's the way of the world.
Oh no, we've got to keep him slightly innocent. He's our conscious.
Not quite as innocent as I may come off as sometimes.
I know, but believe it or not,
Dude,
you are our
you're
conscious.
like fucking Gabriel.
You've run him after one species reviewers.
I kind of feel like we're depraved.
Well, to bring it back to the film and away from the depraved conversation, anybody else wondering why the shower cap is an essential space, equipment? Why it's part of their uniform? Space shower cap?
Stop getting their hair frizzy.
Yeah.
Don't want to mess up those pieces.
Do they not have showers on the space station? Do they not have hygiene?
No, the hair looks fabulous beforehand.
I mean, it's either a space shower cap or it's a yarmulke.
The robot is getting murdered by mud. The robot is getting murdered, like walking through the gravy. I'm afraid it's gonna like drown
He's got his
him.
legs crossed. Look at him just chilling like fucking literally strode through the lava mud.
He just takes a look at him riding. Oh, he's got his legs crossed. Oh, that's no big deal. Just riding by John. Now, I couldn't confirm this, but there's a rumor that the actor who plays Robot John in this was actually an Olympic champion in the freestyle division for the USSR.
not gonna lie, I'm really disappointed. You know, we said something like crazy, like shot put or something.
It's Lockhart. I hope so.
Like I really wanted them to be like an out there type of, like a midget or something, like R2D2 was on these legs.
It's three midgets, two, one in each leg, and then one on their shoulders.
And with our powers combined, we make a average-sized person.
It's basically like one of those cheerleading towers, and then they got the two normal-sized Russian guys on top.
They would only make up 33.3%.
What now?
Yes,
So
robot
like two of them together would only be 99%. Would be
Robot
1.001 shot. Yeah, real man.
Now it's got something stuck in my head, and it's weird. If there's three midgets operating that thing, doesn't that mean technically when you're taking them out, it's like a Russian doll, one after the other, they keep getting smaller and smaller?
Not quite.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it works. I've heard.
Oh no, the robot.
One inside of you.
You don't want to ask.
Wait, why would
I've done everything.
in the other midget? Are they like
Early-
midgets? Like what's going on?
Early human centipede experiments.
Yeah.
The robot's caught by them.
Oh, they be sucking each other's apples like human centipede. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, it's caught by
Now see, that right there is why you don't try to take the robot's tape deck. He's gonna turn on you every time.
No, don't touch me there.
They'll be here.
Grab them by the wiener.
Just seeing this tiny, like, just completely, like, motionless robot lifting this person squirming in the air is the greatest thing ever.
It's a
Puny human. Are these gonads what make you a man?
I guess
I love how they're just
I guess
hanging off.
Robot
on
John.
them. Right, wait.
Robot John doesn't.
Robot John can't walk through that, but the car just drove right through it all like it was nothing.
God damn it, John.
God damn it, John.
You have one job, Johnny.
Robot John, man. Is that the
Robot
Generation
John.
1 Johnny 5?
Could be.
Number 5 is the
Hey,
guy.
John Steele.
It's in the series. He got
Robot
involved.
on that.
Andre. Here, let me help you out.
Midgets have
my friend.
tentacles that keep
I
it.
never
Whoa.
thought I'd see you
That's
out
why I
there.
said, God damn it, John.
They would have
Wait,
been.
but what midgets have tentacles?
See, I always knew
What
midgets
midgets have
were
tentacles?
They're called squids.
I mean,
They would've been
everybody
all
has
set.
secret we just don't know about. We're all secretly Lovecraftian entities, and we're just not supposed to talk about it. We're not supposed to blow this
Not gonna lie, I did want to have tentacles coming out one hand.
Yeah.
The first rule of Lovecraft Society is you do not talk about Lovecraft Society.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ethel,
Like-
but we're probably gonna get taken down now. We've blown our cover.
Oh no, Robot John fell in. Man, Bill
I
Cosby's
just
in
realized
again.
last
You
night.
can't tell, but he's crying for Robot John
I
inside.
just realized last night.
Sure, he just tried to murder you, but that was a
Robot
brave
John got
robot.
drowned in gravy.
Robot John, there'll not be another one like you until Johnny 2 comes along.
See, this is why if they brought Steve Gutenberg with them into space, they would have been all set. He
What?
could have kept Robot John in check, made a date with Ali Sheedy. He could have put it all up.
The music actually sounds really sad as he's drowning.
R.I.P. Robot John.
Yes, I suppose it does.
Robot John in the
Ben Stiller.
I don't like water,
That's right. But we leave a friend behind.
but I don't like water.
Come. Join the rest of us.
Robot John, one of the forgotten heroes
So
of the
we took
prehistoric
stock of the
planet.
situation.
Right, wait,
No.
why
And though
did
we
they
tried
bury
to
him
keep
at
our
sea? Could they
spirits
not
up,
have
it was
like
still
broken
pretty
down for spares
discouraging.
and repairs or something?
The
Poor
volcano was
robot
destroyed some of
John.
our
Like I
provisions,
feel
Poor
like
and
robot.
our
Robot John
rocket
would have
ship's
had some
fuel
useful
supply was
parts
low
left on
anyway,
it. Could have been
considering the added weight of
Oh,
currently
He's
robot
covered in
John.
rock.
Poor him. And
It
also
looked like
poor
we'd have
women
to
on
be
the red
starting
light
back
district who no
very
longer have a
soon.
robot John.
What else is there to do?
I mean, he wasn't that far from that. Like they just threw him into the
Well,
sea. So, oh look,
We can look around this girl.
that's his kids' names. One, kid 1, kid 2, and kid 3. It's easier for insurance purposes.
I am Ben Fuller.
Very cute, Hans. You name him after us? Hmm?
Well,
He
Now that they
genuinely
don't
didn't
have
name his
robots,
kids. That was his
That
kids'
was
names, 1, 2,
nothing.
and 3.
looks to me like he's raising his own
Because he would
house
forget
now.
their names. Is that
Why not
what he
names?
just said there?
I forget. I'm
That
worried
was
about
great.
him.
What the fuck?
What the
So
fuck?
you really found proof there were people on this planet.
Kid 1, kid 2, and kid 3. I don't want to forget name, you know?
Why did you
Believe it
name
or
your
not, my dear
kids
Mr.
this
Curtis,
so they're always picked the first?
It doesn't make
could
sense
still
if
be-
you've got them kid 1,
I don't
kid
know
2, and
all
kid
of that.
3. What if you named them in the wrong order?
Could a
Kid
human
2, kid 1,
survive
kid
in a
3.
place
Ah,
like this?
motherfucker.
You survived.
Now,
Wait,
now they
did
have
you just
robots.
say
One died, then it would be
get
1, 2,
pasta?
4.
I
And
love
don't
that.
forget in the dim
I
past
love
we
the
all
numbers.
For centuries our Earth was toxic.
Robot John became
Did
porn
you
star in
say
the
they
70s and
named
somehow
their
created
kid
more
pasta?
obscurity.
Adjusting theater. And I bet that these people on our planet couldn't live.
The only way for doing this is porn.
Yeah.
Afraid I don't show
I don't
you.
know how he would have
You
made it
just
into
can't
obscurity.
close your
I
mind.
bet that was
We
he
found
had a-
proof.
that was kind of a
Proof
novelty.
of intelligent being. And those lizard men of Kearns. That's
Are
My
they
name
having
is
a
Robot
picnic?
John. I am here to fix your
Suppose
plumbing,
they do
yes?
look like lizards. Don't they, people? Suppose they saw the ship.
What
Got
the
frightened,
fuck?
then donned their lizard
Don't
costume
worry
again,
about price. We will
then
come
jumped
to
up and
arrangement.
down to spook us away.
And nowadays you can find John on the
What
I'm
corner
loving
of
this
Soho,
fake Russian accent. It's
posing
terrible.
as a shoe buffer.
I'm not gonna lie.
Joking
It's
aside,
bringing
my
me
friend,
great joy.
man, lizard, or what? I
Watching
know
a
there
green
were
Russian
or are
elf.
intelligent people here.
Funny
We
as
just
shit.
had time. I think they might come to
Wait,
us.
there's a green Russian elf
Even
in
you,
this?
Kern, said you thought you saw the lights of the city beyond the volcano.
No, his avatar when he's
I
speaking
said they
Russian, he's
look
got a
like
green.
hot
His
water.
avatar's a green elf. That when he's
Here,
speaking
you two.
Russian is a
Have some
green
coffee
Russian.
Oh.
to rest your voice.
I
If only there
forgot.
was
I
some way
couldn't
to
see the
communicate
screen.
with
I
them,
forgot
some way
it was a
to
green
make them
Russian
understand
elf.
we were not an enemy.
I'm like,
It's
They
hey,
wanted
true.
nothing
Russian
except
elf.
to
It's
know their way
true,
and
dude.
study
Don't
their
Hey,
panic.
all the
civilization.
things you could forget, like a green
Or
Russian
was
elf,
it
man.
really
Like that's
all
pretty
just
impressive.
fancy? Just my
No,
wishful
technically you're a
imagination?
green Scottish elf.
I
And
mean,
that sound
technically I
was
am,
only
but
an
I've been called
accident
Mexican, so we may as well
caused
go
by
for
the
Russian.
wind in the
We'll
canyon.
make our way around the world yet.
How about we just call you Siberian?
He's back.
I don't like it. In Mother Siberia, they do not like a green elf.
Now that's for your countdown, Jack. Oh my God.
In the mother Siberia, a green elf comes for you.
Oh god, I don't like this
Only on
woman like
Friday.
passed out on the rocks with a bunch of men. This does not seem safe. Oh, there's multiple women. Okay.
So
Oh,
technically,
Henry, oh,
they're,
yeah,
so they're unconscious on the rocks, and they've got a bunch of men around them. So does that mean technically they're between a rock and a hard place?
They're all passed out. They're all passed out because it's Margarita Monday. They just finished a picture.
Were they just randomly throwing tinfoils at
Well,
each
the guys are hoping it's Taco Tuesday
This
now.
is what Margaritaville looks like.
You motherfucker!
Wake up,
You
sisters.
mother...
It is a new day. Now land is safe again. But what is that?
Seafood Sunday.
Something strange is there. Come and see.
I just love the fact that they're all prehistoric because they live on a beach. It's just a fucking bunch of hippies. It's fine. What are you talking about? The rock huggers, not
Oh, they
tree
found
Makes sense.
Robot John's corpse.
What are they doing to his corpse?
Look at it. They're anointing it and rubbing it.
They speak.
Let us touch your rock hard things.
It is one of the
Robot,
Depends on what the
John's
plastic
getting
is.
faster than any of the astronauts.
He shows us his power.
They're actually saying things now.
I think it's their telekinetic. What do you call it? Telekinetic. I can't fucking say that word.
Telekinetic abilities. Or
Yeah,
No, that's the wrong
telepathic.
word. Telepathic. That's it. That was the wee fella I wanted.
Just you wait.
Telepathic is
I think
communication,
perhaps you should be trying to
telekinesis,
find
the
her
ability to move
and take her with
objects.
us.
Yeah.
Well,
I
they were
knew what I wanted to
so
say, but I had to mix
Really?
together.
She might not like us much anyway.
And
You were
I'm
stuck
gonna
in
blame
Mexico.
John because John said tentacles, so I think tentacles got mixed up into that sentence.
I think you were stuck in Russian mode.
Reading too many comics.
Yes, I stuck in Mother Russia mode. I done my English not so good.
First sitting on his lap right now.
Even when I've
Want
been
to
speaking
bet?
for 33 years,
We're
it's
here.
still shit.
He be a Russian elf.
You're a fucking wizard, Harry. That's what I'm going to say. You're a wizard. You do the wizard things.
So you gotta admit, Spongy would make one hell of an elf on a shelf.
All of the invaders have not.
Dude, could you imagine Zooty doing the shelf?
They are
Zooty?
strong.
Do be the Zooty house elf.
I know Zooty and a booty.
Terra will speak.
No, you don't
I
Zooty
think we did a
booty.
job we can be proud of.
Well, you could Zooty booty, I suppose.
Look at all the samples we
technically.
got.
I mean,
No, Zooty and a booty.
There's gonna be
You
a
got an
large
elf called
headline
Zooty
when
who
they
always,
see
who
all these
always
great
hides in your
things we're
boots.
bringing back to him.
I'm not a boot elf.
Old man.
I don't like feet. Feet kind of freak me out. Not gonna lie.
Bring the spectrum.
You won't get.
Do you have? I can only see like your head and your body. Do you not have feet? Is that why you're freaked out?
No, I've got feet. I just have to find said feet, my friend.
Ah, I see.
Oh, Terra.
Oh.
Most powerful of all the gods, show us your wrath.
Sit back here and just chill at my fire in my tent.
I see.
Yes. I came to visit the prehistoric women. I heard good things about it until I seen this. Now I'm kind of worried for my safety. I'm waiting for pickup.
Oh, that thing's no longer a pterodactyl, it's a pterodactyl.
You have heard us.
I'm gonna change his background depending on what
Sorry,
movie we're watching.
technical issues, but I'm back.
We're gonna visit. I'm a
He's
time
back.
traveling elf.
Didn't pay much attention to the rain, though it seemed heavier than
Now,
any
see,
rain we'd ever
they
seen.
do have telekinetic abilities because they made
it
the lava
continued
happen
without
and they
them.
made the fire happen and now they're
In
making
fact,
the
it
rain
seemed to
happen.
increase in strength. As we planned our takeoff procedure, which required some
ain't that
adjustment
always
to
the
Guernsey
way?
Sherman, I know we all felt slightly uneasy
Ever
nervous
tell you about the
as we listened to the heavy
in my
rainfall
car?
on the ship.
What?
For myself,
No.
I listened with a
I did get
sinking
blessed by an
feeling,
Italian hobo once
as
in
though every
Amsterdam.
drop were taking me further and further from
That must have
ever
been an
finding
experience.
her.
That was-
Yeah, dude. Like it was my very last day before I came home, so like I just had change in my pocket, like left over for the week. So I literally just found this random hobo guy and gave him it. He looked like he must have been about 80-year-old. And the little dude jumped up, kissed me on both cheeks, and like blessed me like a proper priest. And then muttered something in crazy Italian, like a paragraph in Italian, and then just waddled away and quacked. That was my last night in Amsterdam. It was like 1 a.m. I was just like, what the fuck was that? Fucking awesome. So yeah, I got blessed by a hobo.
This was all level ground. We landed.
Didn't work though because I got tested positive for cocaine in the airport on the way home 3 times.
Yes, sir.
On my shoes. So clearly I had walked through, like, it looked like I just walked through like some Colombian fucking field. I was like, what? Like, I don't even touch drugs. Like, I'm anti-drug. Like, what are you talking about? And they're like, where were you? Amsterdam. And they went, mate, anybody that walks through Amsterdam will test positive for cocaine. Like, where the fuck are all these people doing cocaine on the floor that everybody's walking through it?
Oh, come on, it's exactly the same. Well, not exactly the same, but in London, it doesn't matter where you go in London, any £20 note. No, anywhere you go in London, any £20 note you get your hands on is going to have a trace of cocaine on it.
That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't.
Ah, look at that sophisticated space tool right there.
That's his moonshining before he goes home. It's like, yes.
No, technically, is he on Mars or on a moon of Mars?
What's this supposed to be Venus?
What the fuck is that?
Oh my,
Where the
what
fuck
the
did you
fuck is that? It's
Calm down, Trinity. There's no penis in this movie.
I don't know. Is that like
We're
a
not-
pineapple woman? What is that?
We're not watching Flesh Gordon.
Flesh. Ah.
Dude,
One night
no,
monster.
everything
You
about
never.
this movie is oddly sexual, though, in a weird way. They're like stroking rocks and shit. Like,
I mean, it was filmed in 60s Russia, so like, fuck it.
Well, you got to remember, Russians love their
What is
country.
that? What's this?
Look at them. They're fucking prehistoric. They're like, a flying bird.
is that like a pineapple woman?
I literally have no idea what's happening.
Basically,
I was the same. Like,
because it's raining and the ground's washing away, and now the prehistoric women are sad.
basically the idea that the amalgamation of this came to was
the
that
Mr.
the
Chastity.
spaceship was a giant thunderbird, and they had to pray to the thunderbird god to get the thunderbird to fly away. One guess on what the thunderbird is.
Thunderbird, Argo. Lots of little puppets that were really popular in the 60s.
See, just like anything, as soon as you pack up and leave, it stops raining. What the hell?
Stronger than terror.
It's like,
Fucking
Men
stupid.
will
Look at them
ruin
stoning the
everything.
stoning the
Terror
dead
is
bird.
a false god.
Yeah, Ben, I'm not gonna lie. The like KFC, Burger King, and McDonald's are like literally the best in Amsterdam I've ever had anywhere. They're fucking awesome.
Ooh, go to Times Square sometimes.
Like, I swear to God, there's 8 people throwing stones in it and 1 stone's hit it. Are you having a laugh?
Oh shit! I did it!
Did it?
Why were they painting a big barbecue bird? Why didn't it
Murdered
look like a
the
barbecue bird?
pterodactyl.
Did I break number 10?
There is a stronger god.
Right, girls, we want you to move this giant stuffed bird. Oh, come on, I didn't want to break the nails.
Oh god, that's so cheap.
Look, like they're not even holding it.
I know, technically the women were only on set for 1 day. They only filmed for 4 hours, so pretty much everything was done in 1 take. And they each got paid the equivalent of $25.
I mean, that's not bad for 1960s.
Yeah,
In Russia, too.
yeah. But when you consider the stars were getting $50 an hour, so the male people.
Yeah, but the new people were also filmed separately at a different time.
Yeah, but these were filmed for the Americans, so they were being paid by the Americans, I believe.
Oh yeah, then it gets complicated. Yo, and now, what are they playing now? The leftover charred robot.
Well, as I understand it, Roger Corman was paying the Russian director and producer, and he was then paying them to film it because they filmed it on the same location.
And if you base it on American pay versus Russian pay and then extract from that, that means he was pocketing about $50 per actress.
Now he's right.
Yeah, Robot John's got the loving he deserves.
Here
The
are
bar
the strongest god of all.
Yeah, because even back then, even if they weren't speaking, they should have gotten at least $100 for doing 4 hours work each.
And see, Robot John is finally getting his just desserts. He's being praised like he's supposed to. He did all the work in this. He stuffed the pills in the guy's mouth and poured the water on his face. He friggin' rescued them from the rubber dinosaurs. Yeah,
And he's
he was
bringing, and seeing as he is a mechanical device, he's also bringing a lot of pleasure to a bunch of women.
God bless Robot John. a legend, a hero.
Robot.
Robot John is alive.
I want to join the cult of Robot John. I feel like he's got it going on.
Now, Robot John, he has got all these women. They all worship the ground he walks on or stands on.
Well, that's the story.
Everyone, come join the cult of Robot
It's
John.
been 2 years now, and there's been no plan to return to Venus.
I'll start that
Lockhart's
cult.
friends have moved on to other missions.
See, if
Robot
someone
John
really
is
wants to be
and
nitpicky,
Jupiter.
they could turn the ending into a
But I
whole
can't
racial
forget her.
debate.
And I'm going back.
No.
I love
What?
Yeah, I
when
know.
they say there's
Don't.
no plan. Turn to Venus and not going back. And that's it. Screw this place. It's full of dinosaurs and prehistoric women, and we lost our best robot.
Prehistoric hippies, all fucking stoned and shit on the beach. Disgusting.
Well, the
Especially with the
seashell bra was
everywhere.
not worth the 8 million, 8
The all you
million
can eat
mile
buffet
journey.
was a lie. All we had to eat was roasted pterodactyl all week.
That was a fantastic movie.
That was a great choice,
That was
Ethel. That was
That was an experience.
yeah, great choice, Ethel. Absolutely perfect choice. I think that was just weird enough to break all of us in one way or another.
I think our conversation broke me more than the movie, but that's always the case.
It's my job. My job is to be funny, dark, and creepy.
Well, that's my job too. That's my job every time you do it.
So summing up this movie, favorite scenes, favorite parts, characters. We'll go one at a time. You start, Sponge / Doobie.
Robot John all the way. Team Robot John all the way.
He stands for John.
Hell yeah, man. He did everything. He's a one-man army. Let's go. Team John. Whoop, whoop.
John. Mark, favorite scene, favorite characters, moments.
Favorite scene definitely when Robot John was squeezing the dude's man John. Was fucking gross. Favorite character is Gabby. He's fucking phenomenal.
Robot John was disappeared for testicular cancer. He's a doctor after all. He forces the pills in your mouth and pours the water awkwardly down your throat. He's a doctor.
He's a doctor who never paid any attention to the
like,
Hippocratic Oath.
Frenchy, favorite scenes, moments, character.
Robot Johnny is alive for sure, and I loved it when they were fighting the dinosaurs. And when the chick bit the head off the fish, because now that I know that really happened, that's hilarious. That's fucking awesome.
Very good, very good. Anthro, favorite moment, scene, characters, whatnot.
For me, I think my favorite character would be the tentacle monster, and my favorite scene would be them fighting the tentacle monster earlier on. But Robot John is, of course, up there.
Deacon, favorite character, scene, moment.
Okay, favorite character. I'm sorry, it has to be Robot Johnny. He's the one who stood out the most, and I can remember his name. The rest of them, nah, they're just meatbags. Let them do their thing. Favorite part was when they were doing the underwater sequence. It was kind of like, oh my god, the chords trying to make them bounce. The fact that they're trying to do the whole "I'm on the moon" walk with superimposed fish. It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. And I suppose just favorite single scene was the vine creature trying to drag them into their impending doom.
Yes.
Or impending pleasure, depending how you look at it.
Yeah, it depends if it's a horror movie or hentai. They both begin with a H. You must pick one.
I love the King of Stories. The King
If
of
this film
Stories.
had been made in Japan, this would have been a totally different movie.
What about you, Ethel? What were your favorite characters, parts, or scenes?
All right. Well, my favorite character, it's got to be Robot John. Robot John is the GOAT in this film.
Oh yeah,
He's
greatest all-time Johnny.
he only turned bad when those awful astronauts tried to take his mixtape back. You never do that to Robot John. He enjoys his robot jams.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you don't do that to anybody. They will kill you if you take their music.
Yeah, for an equivalence, it's a bit like walking up to Bender and saying, "I'm taking your beer."
And
oh yeah, you don't fuck with Bender.
If you fuck with my dick, I will fight you. I sympathize with Robot John completely.
Yeah.
Robot John did nothing wrong.
Yeah, he was trying to save his life. They were riding him through the light. He was gonna die.
If it's a choice between Robot Johnny or having Hal, I'd prefer Robot Johnny.
Robot John 316 says, "Don't touch my fucking mixtape."
I would say my favorite scene, just because it's hilarious, is where Robot John is stuffing the pill in the half-conscious astronaut's mouth and then pouring the water clumsily in his helmet.
Wash you sweaty bastard.
How to turn an astronaut into a fish tank.
You would drink.
Three easy steps. You
Yes.
have fish tank
Yes,
like
John.
you do.
Yes, John still, and I think John has a point. He said in the chat, hashtag stand for Robot John.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for Robot John one more time. Get up, stand up.
Stand up.
If
Stand
only
up
we could,
for his rights.
we could get that to trend on Twitter for a day. Jeez.
I raise a glass to Robot John.
Robot John, he
Okay,
turns
I'm gonna go
crispy
grab a
to stone.
popsicle in honor of Robot John really quick. I'll be right.
No,
I'm not supposed to say that. I'm not supposed to say I'll be right back. Forget I ever said it.
You'll be here in a second.
Oh man, that's
Much
fucking
better.
awesome.
Right
See if I had money. Not gonna lie, you see when you see those things and you can get people to like pay bots to tweet out shit for you and that.
Yeah.
That's I would waste money on shit like that.
Stand for Johnny.
Robot John for president. Whoop whoop. Hey, I just want to thank my loving fans. I can't believe Robot John went to porn, man. He betrayed us like that.
Although it would be a bit tyrannical, you can imagine Robot John in America trying to institute universal healthcare. I will throw it down your fucking throat. You will take it.
Universal healthcare. That's it. Pour pill, pour water on head. Ah, you will be good as new in 10 days.
That's his solution to everything.
It works for plants. It works for people.
It works for witches.
You bring someone into the ER and there's Robot John, right? Oh, what happened? Car accident, extreme trauma. Pill, water. Oh my God, Robot John, we got an accident. Somebody's drowning. Pill, water.
It's Robot John, my grandma. I swear to
In
God,
other
that my
words,
grandma
you
did
can
when I was
fight
sleeping as a kid. Pill, water, take it. Away you go. You'll be fine.
Yeah, take this, drink water, sleep. If you wake up, awesome. If you don't, I will.
Must wear vest in winter because it's cold. You catch death of cold. Don't want to wear a vest anymore. I'm 30 years old. Wear vest. Don't know why my grand's become Russian. My grand wasn't Russian at all. She was deeply Scottish. My bad. I don't know. I want Russian grandma now. Must get grandfather to marry again.
Russian order bride.
Man,
What did they say? It's because Russian grandma will buy you Robot John for Christmas, but it's Russia, so they don't have any money. What am I thinking?
Somebody has to have made a
Russian
Robot
grandma
John model.
will buy you for Christmas.
I want a
Oh.
Robot John model for my
Oh,
TV.
trust me, I'm absolutely sure that if Russia built a Robot John, yeah, you could buy it, but then after a month it would accidentally catch fire and burn down your house.
It doesn't need to work. I just want a model of Robot John.
In Soviet Russia,
Dude.
Robot John by you.
We should stop insulting the Russians before Zangief shows up to our house and tries to wrestle us.
No
In
wonder
Mother
he won the
Russia,
Olympics. He was a robot.
In Mother Russia, Johnny cracks skulls between thighs like sparrow's egg.
when Robot John won election, Robot John slept with ballot counter.
So here's the question. They get in a fight. Who's going to win, Robot John or Ivan Drago?
Oh.
Robot John.
Robot John made love to all Ivan Drago's training equipment. I know all.
Oh, a really bad joke. has
I know all
popped
his
into my
secrets.
head. A really bad joke just popped into my head. Tell me if it's really, really bad or not. Robot Johnny has just run the Russian presidency. You have a Putin is now put out.
Oh, good.
You know, the real reason we're never going to go back to Venus is they know Robot John will be pissed.
Yeah, that's why they can't come back to Venus. They've been on that plane on the way out and like, do you think he'll be angry that we left him behind? Yeah. It's the Hangover Part 4. It's Robot John waking up on Venus like, where the fuck happened last night?
Jesus, Fern, you think John squeezed your testicles bad last time? Wait till he wakes up from his lava coma.
You've heard of your nuts in a vase? Well, believe it or not, I can do worse, says Robot Johnny.
Robot John has nuts too, just in different places. He has nuts, he has bolts. Different nuts.
Robot John has all the nuts. He's taken them from every astronaut.
Let me feel your nuts not worth it, puny human.
They're right in his chest, right next to his tape deck.
I must make mixtape out of your nuts.
Check out my tape deck and my nuts.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
It feels really nice if you press Alt Control Alt Delete at the same time.
Just do not press start and select at the same time. That will end in rare tragedy.
If you take my joystick up down left right up down left right, it activates secret code.
Well,
now Russian president know exactly where you are.
So it's, as cheesy as this film was, I think we can all agree that for a USSR film, this had a big budget for something filmed behind that iron curtain.
Oh yeah, this definitely had a budget behind it. The space station was a little bit of a letdown with the absolutely dodgy effect on the side, but yeah, other than that, they definitely put a bit of money behind this.
Well, actually, a good portion of the scenes before they actually got to Venus, the prehistoric planet, were new footage that was filmed for the American version. So it's not 100% their fault because they didn't have any budget left when they were doing that and the scenes with the women.
So it always sounds bad when you say, we had to make scenes with the women.
that Corman requested women just because Corman wanted women and had nothing to do with American International Pictures. It was just Corman. He wanted to latch a little bit.
Women, bring me women. I will tell you what, if you come into my dressing room and Pass the interview. You get in movie. Yes?
Why did he sound like he was like less Russian and more from like say I don't know Saudi Arabia?
Because Saudi Arabia is where the
He started off Russian well, but then not Russian at the end.
Now, it's interesting to note that the director, what the hell is his name, Badagovich or Badagovich? I don't know. I can't pronounce it. I'm not Russian.
Vadongovich.
He actually Badagovich. Badongovich. He actually is credited as Derek Thomas in this version of the film because he didn't feel like he did enough work on it to actually take the full credit for it, which is weird because I mean he did all the Russian parts, but yeah, I don't know.
Nah, he knew it was a stinker and was what nothing to do with that shit.
I guess in Russia there is no Alan Smithy.
I don't know what they talk about. They had Western women. We don't like Western women here. We like them with hair on their balls.
It was funny when oh, my bad, Apple.
No, go ahead, Trenchy. What was it?
No, it was just funny when you were trying to say his name. It sounded like you were saying that doggone bitch. Like
that doggone
bitch, Carl Baskins.
That doggone bitch.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Did you hear about
No,
the? Oh yeah, I'll let Apple finish.
So when this finally did make its way to America, not this version, but the original Russian version, Planeta Burr, it came out and was released as Planet of the Storms, Planet of Storms, Planet of Tempests, Planeta Berg, and Storm Planet. So they had a very very varied title there, huh? Big grab bag of stuff.
They had it well.
Welcome to Planet Storm. Why do you call Planet Storm? Because one member of the Fantastic Four decided to overeat.
And the other fun fact, you remember when they were saying Marsha a lot, and they were calling the project Marsha?
Yeah.
That's because in the other version of this film that Roger Corman also made, they had a character named Marsha, and they used the same audio from that film. So to avoid dubbing the film a second time, they just decided to call the project Marsha. So every time the astronauts were calling for Marsha or talking about Marsha, oh, they're talking about the project, the mission.
So does Marsha stand for anything in this canon of the film, or is it just the name?
They never explain it. It's just the name.
Yeah.
So
I'd
I
like
don't know. Maybe
theorize about what it could stand for, though.
It's got to be like
Bunch fans.
Military and Russian technology into space, anomalous.
You're adding.
Where does technology come into Marsha?
Oh, sorry, yeah, Marsha. I was thinking Martian.
I was trying to spell it along in my head, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know my spelling's bad, but I'm pretty sure
Military and
like M-A-R, you lost me.
MARSHA. Military and Reconnaissance Station. Hello.
What about the A? What does the A mean? What does it mean?
mission.
Hey all. Hey all.
Mission and
reconnaissance team
research
ever.
station. Hello all.
Mission abroad, reconnaissance, space, help, analysis.
That's a good one.
Military and research station, hellish assignment.
Welcome back, Marty.
Nobody's ever going
Yeah.
to sign up for that. We'll just call it Marcia instead.